demonstrate some of these Chromebook specific shortcuts and what they look like and their functionality. So the first thing I want to show you is a screenshot. This is the Control Show Windows button. If you're not sure what that Show Windows button is, take a look at the Google Doc for this particular keystroke. It'll be shown there in the table that I've created on that doc. So we'll hit Control Show Windows. And since I have two monitors running right now, you'll see two screenshots pop up. We want this one that was on our main screen. And if we click on that screenshot, it'll pop up the location of that file here in our downloads. We'll click on that screenshot and then have access to it. And it'll be timestamped so you know exactly when that screenshot was taken. Right here. Now, more than screenshots, this will capture the entire screen, including tabs and everything. The one I use the most is the screen capture. So if I wanted to capture just a portion of this screen, for instance, let's just say George Washington here. If I hit Control-Shift Show Windows button, now you'll note that the screen is kind of dimmed, and I've got this cursor that I can move around, and I can capture just the portion of the website, the screen, that I want. So now instead of the entire screen with all of the ads or tab options, now I've got this screenshot here. Just this partial screenshot. Screen capture, partial screenshot kind of means the same thing. Now this has on Chrome a couple of other important, very helpful keyboard shortcuts that I use is to go forward and backwards. I tend to not go up and click the arrow. I think that takes just a little bit too much time. So if I take my two fingers and I put them on my touchpad and I go swipe to the left with my two fingers on the touchpad, swiping to the left, I go back a page. Two fingers on the touchpad, swipe to the right. Now I'll go forward a page. Now you'll notice that I have multiple tabs open in Chrome right now. If I wanted to quickly switch between those tabs that are up at the top of the page, I can take three fingers. And just like we just did before with two fingers, if we take three fingers and put them on our touchpad and swipe to the left, I can actually switch the tabs without having to go up and touch and click on each tab. Another useful Google Chrome trick. Two other Chromebook specific shortcuts are that I like to use quite often is the caps lock. So caps lock is, there's no button on your keyboard specifically for caps lock like there is on most PCs or MacBooks, but you do have a shortcut to make it happen. So if you hit the Alt and the search button, the Alt and the magnifying glass button, you will turn your caps lock on, and then you can type in all caps. To deactivate the caps lock, you would just simply hit the same thing, Alt, and the magnifying glass will turn it off, and then you can continue to type. So instead of having to hold the Shift button down while you type to get continuous caps, you can turn the caps lock on and off pretty quickly. If you're looking to delete a section, you actually do have a delete keyboard shortcut. You do have just the backspace, of course, but if you hold the Alt button while you hit the backspace, you'll actually forward delete. And so that is also just a useful keypad trick. If I'm looking to maybe work on both the test document here and maybe I want to see my content on the website here, I can do that as well. I can split my screen really easily. So let's say I pull that out and I want to pull this to the left. If I hit the Alt bracket left button, left bracket, I'll send it to the left. If I hit the bracket to the right, I'll send it to the right. And then if I click here on my other page and send it to the other side, now I've got both screens functioning pretty quickly with no unnecessary clicks of the mouse. And we'll maximize that again. So now I have multiple screens going on, right? There are multiple windows that are open on my Chromebook currently. So if I want to see every window and every application that is open right now, I can click my Show Windows button. And now I can see that I have multiple windows open. This is helpful because a lot of times we kind of will open things up and pull out tabs and have applications running, and we kind of are slowing down our computer by running so many things in the background. So every now and again, give that show windows button a push and just see what you have going on in the background. Hitting it again will, of course, get you out of that screen. And then these are just a few of the ones that I've used frequently. However, if you want to see a complete list of the shortcuts, there's a quick way to make that happen too. If you hit the Control Alt backslash button or the question mark button, you'll get a list of all of the keyboard shortcuts that Chrome offers, and all divided by category. I hope that helps, and as always, if there are any questions, make sure that you reach out and let me know.